Being positive. You are listening to The Competitor's Brain. This is Lauren Fox, and this is episode number 65. We have been talking about the University of North Carolina soccer core values that were implemented by their legendary coach, Anson Dorrance, who is retiring effective this season. And the core values 1 through 5 are: we don't whine, the truly extraordinary do something every day. We want these 4 years of college to be rich, valuable, and deep. We work hard. We don't freak out over ridiculous issues or live in fragile states of emotional catharsis or create crises where none should exist. And number 6, a very important one. We choose to be positive. Nothing can depress or upset this powerful and positive life force. No mood swings, not even negative circumstances can affect this rock. And this is a really important one, but it's a really hard one. And I can tell you that from experience. You think that you're going to be positive, you're going to moderate and modulate everything that you say and how you are, and maybe you left an hour to get somewhere and it's only going to take you 40 minutes to get there, and then you get into a traffic jam, and all of a sudden your time shows up that you're going to be 5 minutes late. Well, we all do the same thing. We all sit there, tend to get frustrated, upset, negative about what's going to happen if you miss your appointment. And it's very difficult to stay positive in a situation like that, in much the same way that if you're participating in a sporting event and things are not going your way, you tend to get negative and you kind of circle the drain a little bit, and you can almost feel the oxygen leave a bench or feel the oxygen leave a team. The body language falls apart, the shoulders slump. And at that point in time, somebody, a leader on the field, needs to find a way to help the team choose to be positive. The quote that UNC had here is from Viktor Frankl in a book called Man's Search for Meaning. And Man's Search for Meaning, if you've ever seen it, it's a little tiny thin book, but it's a really vital book. And Viktor Frankl is an author and philosopher who is a Holocaust survivor and who also had written a number of books until he decided to write this little book, Man's Search for Meaning, about his experience in concentration camps. And when he did it, he actually published the book as anonymous. He didn't attribute it to himself. Only later did he realize the impact that this book would have on humanity as a whole. So the quote from Viktor Frankl is this: everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. And there are always choices to make. Every day, every hour offered the opportunity to make a decision which determined whether you would or would not submit to those powers which threatened to rob you of your very self, your inner freedom, which determined whether or not you would become the plaything of circumstance. In the final analysis, it becomes clear that the sort of person you are is the result of an inner decision. Therefore, any man can decide that this last inner freedom cannot be lost, the freedom to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances.